Hello, I'm Simon Whistler. You are watching the Today I Found Out YouTube channel. In the Quick Facts video today, we're looking at 7 amazing facts from all around the world. Number 1. In the last century, the east coast of the United States has moved about 8 feet further away from Europe. Number 2. In 1888, Nellie by Elizabeth Cochrane discussed with her editor at the New York World an idea to write a story and beat the fictitious character Phileas Fogg in Jules Verne's book Around the World in 80 Days by actually accomplishing the feat in less than 80 days. The story became so big that competing New York newspaper Cosmopolitan sent its own reporter, Elizabeth Bisland, to race Nellie Bly by going in the opposite direction as Bly. So on November the 14th, 1889, Bly set off on a steamer headed towards Europe, while Bisland departed westward from New York on a 24,899-mile race around the world. Bly beat both the fictional Phileas Fogg from the book and Bisland for a total travel time of 72 days, 6 hours and 11 minutes. Bisland reached 4.5 days later, both beating Jules Verne's character Phileas Fogg. Number 3. Mount Everest grows around 5 to 10 millimeters every year thanks to the Indian subcontinent pushing against Eurasia. Number 4. Considered one of the United States' smallest towns, Buford is located in southeastern Wyoming between Cheyenne and Laramie on the Interstate 80 and consists of 10 acres with a convenience store, gas station, and modular home. The town was first founded during the construction of the Transcontinental Railroad in Wyoming and at one point boasted a population of about 2,000 people. These were mostly railroad workers. However, in 1980, when Don Salmons first moved in with his wife Terry and their son from Los Angeles, they made up the whole population. After the death of his wife, Salmons bought the entire town in 1992 and kept the lights burning for longer than most expected. He ran Buford's only general hardware and liquor store / gas station, and he was considered the town's mayor. His son moved away in 2007, making Don Salmons the only resident of the town. In April of 2012, at age 61, Don decided to retire and move closer to his son in Colorado, putting the town of Buford up for auction on eBay. The online auction of the town created a lot of buzz, with people from 46 countries reported to have viewed and bid on it. In 11 minutes, it sold to 2 Vietnamese buyers who had always dreamed of owning land in the United States. Number 5. Canada has over 3 million lakes, making them home to 60% of the world's lakes. In other words, they have more lakes than all other countries combined. Number 6. The East African country of Uganda has a population of 35 million people, but the astonishing part is that according to the 2010 census, 48.4% of the population are below the age of 15. A mere 2.5% of the population are older than 65, making it the youth capital of the world. Number 7. There is an ATM at the McMurdo Station in Antarctica, about 840 miles from the South Pole. Not surprisingly, this ATM is the most southern ATM in the world. The most northern ATM in the world is at Longyearbyen, Svalbard, Norway, which is about halfway between mainland Norway and the North Pole, about 800 miles from the North Pole. The world's highest ATM is at Nangchu County, Tibet, and is about 14,800 feet above sea level. Finally, the world's lowest ATM is at Ain Bokek near the Dead Sea, in a grocery store that is just shy of 1,400 feet below sea level. So thanks for watching that video. I really hope you liked those 7 facts. If you did like them, you'll probably also like some of our other quick facts videos. Gonna link to another couple of those on the screen now. Also, do subscribe to our channel. We put out brand new videos just like this on the weekends and other great content in the weekday. Total of 7 videos a week, so if you subscribe to the Today I Found Out channel by clicking the big red subscribe button, you'll never run out of interesting things to say at the water cooler. Thanks again for watching.